Yesterday, we did some many things. Today, we're going to do some problem-solving problems with money. Let's read what they're asking to start. Together, Marnie and Serena have $1.20. They want to share the money equally. How much money will each girl get? Here's your question. How much money will each girl get, and what are they sharing? $1.20 between how many people? Two. So we're going to use the graphic organizer to solve the problem. They did give you the money there as a model. So you have $1 and 2 dimes, which will give you 20 cents. So what is it I need to find? I need to find what, Morgan? Okay, so the amount of money that each girl gets. So I need to find the amount of money each girl gets. Alright, so once we figure out what we need to find, what information am I going to need to use to do that? It says I need to use the total amount, which is $1.20. Let's make sure we have our dollar symbol. Some of you are putting dollar symbols just wherever you feel like it. Make sure that you're discussing money before putting a dollar symbol. So $1.20, and you're going to divide the amount into how many equal parts? 2. Because there are 2 people. Now, how am I going to use this information? It says I will use the coins to model what? The total amount. So we need to make sure we are acting out the total amount. If we just say amount, we don't know what amount that is. So we're going to say the total amount. And then we're going to act out the problem by doing that. Now, as you know, you cannot divide $1 in half and give one half to one person and the other half to another person. Does it work that way? No. So what they're trying to make you do is to understand that you can still make $1.20 with coins instead of with $1. So they are telling you that you're going to take your 4 quarters or your dollar and then use the other 2 dimes that you already have. Does that make sense? So be able to break those things up. So we're going to make $1.20 with 4 quarters and 2 what? Dimes, which is what we started with. Okay, it tells us to circle the coins to show 2 sets with equal value. So what am I going to circle? It would be nice if I could circle it all in one circle. Elena? So I'm not going to do 2 quarters here and then come down here and circle a dime, right? I'm going to do it like this so that it's all in the same circle. Okay, now I know sometimes you may have to make a crazy circle like something like this to get around what you need. But make sure that it's all in one. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. All right, so each girl is going to get how many quarters? 2 of them. And how many dimes? 1. So, as we count that up, how much money is each person getting? 30 cents. 25 plus 25 is 50 plus 10 is 60. So their dollar sign is already there, so we're going to write it. There's no dollars. Decimal point. 60. Please remember to count all your coins. Some of you were saying 30-some cents. You know that 25 is 50 plus 10 is 60. Now it tells us to describe another way that we could have acted out this problem with coins. Okay? So do I have to use quarters and dimes? Could I use all dimes? Sure I could. And how many would I be using? Look at your money, please. How many total would I draw for a model? Guys, I have $1.20. How many total coins, if I'm doing dimes, would I be drawing, Aiden? 12 of them. Then you would circle what each person gets. Does that make sense? to do the model, we just have to explain it. So we're going to say, I could use 12 dimes and divide equally into two groups. So let's put two groups of 6. That way we don't have to write anything else. So I could use 12 dimes and divide equally into two groups of 6. Would I still be getting the same amount of money for each person? Yes, I would, because 6 dimes is still 60 cents. Have that written, please, look. And I want you to read the problem to yourself and see if you believe that the problem on the next page is the same or different from the one we just did. Same or different kind of problems, what I'm meaning. Are we going to do the exact same thing on this one that we did on the last one or not? Keep your answers to yourself. Some of us are still finishing. So think about the steps that we took for this front page. And then let's read together this next one. Josh, Tom, and Chuck each have 40 cents. How much money do they have together? Same or different? Different. We were trying to find out how much each person had the last time, right? This one's telling us how much each person has. So we're trying to find what on this one? And what does that tell me we're looking for? Well, and a total, correct? Before, did they give us the total? Yes, they did. And you divided it up. Here, you're going to be finding a total. So your how much money do they have together is your question. Okay, how much money are we getting for each person? 40 cents. We probably ought to know that there are how many people? 3 people. So, what is it I'm needing to find this time? We just talked about it. Can it in? Okay, so we're going to say the total, I need to find the total amount of money the 3 boys have. Use girls on the other side, have boys on this side. So I need to find the total amount of money the 3 boys have. And what information do I need to use? Cheyenne, what's the information they gave us? Well, we talked about that in our needing to find, so... Okay, so I need to use the 40 cents that each boy has. We already know that there are 3 boys because it's said in the what we need to find. We went ahead and wrote that, so we don't need to write that again. We'll just say that we need to use that 40 cents that each one of them has. Now on this next one, you may have to go back and look to see what they put for how are we going to use the information. Also thinking about the steps that we're going to need to take to do this. So if you go back, it says I will use coins to model the total amount. Are we doing total amount? Not on this one. We don't have a total amount. We're trying to find a total amount. So are we going to model the total amount when we don't know it? No. So what is it that we are going to be modeling? Well, so how much what? So guys, look up here in what information we said we needed to use, and what are we going to be modeling? The 40 cents. How many times? 3 times. So we're going to say, I will use coins to model 40 cents 3 times. Now, that's not the only thing we're going to do. After we have modeled it, what are we going to do? Once we've drawn it all for each person, what do I have to do to find my answer? Add it all up. So we're going to say, I will count up the money amount in all for a total. So we're going to use the coins to model the 40 cents 3 times, 1 for each boy. I will then count up the money amount in all. All right, so now over in the solving the problem, we are needing to do that. So let's think about, how am I going to model 40 cents 3 times? What's going to be my easiest way to model that 40 cents? Logan? Probably not going to be the easiest way. What's maybe the fastest way? If I'm going to go pay a cashier at the store, am I going to give them all dimes? No, they're probably going to freak out when you get all your dimes out. Okay, so what's going to be my easiest way?
Like 4 quarters.
Okay, I'm doing
40
cents only.
A quarter, a dime, and a nickel.
Okay, so we're going to do a quarter, a dime, and a nickel. How many times? 3 times. So you're going to draw your quarter, dime, and nickel, making sure you're putting inside each one. So quarter, dime, nickel. And then you're going to do that in the next column for the next person, quarter, dime, and nickel. And then in the third column, quarter, dime, and nickel. Everybody good with that so far? It doesn't matter, but it's going to be easier to count if you do it like this. So you make a decision. So you can count money any way that works for you. I just need to see that you have 3 different ones. Let's go ahead and label these people with just their initials so we know we have each person. So Josh, Tom, and Chuck. We'll put those up there above them so we know we have all of them. So we know we have 3 quarters, we have 3 dimes, and we have 3 nickels in all, correct? Okay, so we're going to count. We're going to try to get to what first? What do we always want to try to get to? $1. It's easier to get to $1 and then count from there, right? So what's going to give me $1? And I can use any of these, right? Because we have to have a total. Chase, what's going to get me there?
4 quarters.
But do I have 4 quarters? Okay, so I can't do 4 quarters. What am I going to go?
Okay. 3 quarters.
Okay.
A dime.
Just one. Remember, I want to use as many as I can. So what's 3 quarters worth? 2 dimes.
And 1 nickel.
All right, so this is what you're going to do. You need all 3 of these, right? Yes. Then he said you need 2 dimes, so I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to get this into one circle. It's kind of a crazy looking circle. So you've got your 3 quarters, your 2 dimes, and your 1 nickel all in the same thing. What's that worth? $1. So we're going to write in here in the middle of it $1. And I'm going to go ahead and put the decimal points on here so that we get in the habit of doing that with decimals.